Tonight I'll be making flatbread and butter chicken. So first off, we're going to start with making the marinade to go on to the chicken. Use 1 cup of plain Greek yogurt, ground coriander, cumin, ground ginger and fresh garlic, and a tablespoon of turmeric. Give it a mix. I'm using chicken chops. I've cut them into smaller pieces, but I've left the bone on because the bone is what gives the flavour to the butter chicken. So I'm going to put my mixture straight on top of the chicken and just mix it through. So once that's mixed through, pop it back into the fridge for 20 minutes to let it marinate before we fry it off. While the chicken is marinating, I'm going to show you how to make a really quick flatbread using only 3 ingredients. So I have a cup of self-raising flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, and half a cup of Greek yogurt. That all goes into a mixing bowl and just mix it around until it forms a dough. So once it's starting to combine together, you may have to get in there with your hand, turn it out on the board so you can finish kneading it. A little bit more flour so it doesn't stick to the board. So once you finish rolling it and it's combined, we're going to pop it back into the bowl, put a lid on it and allow it to rest for 10 minutes before we roll it out. Once your dough's been resting for 10 minutes, it's time to roll it out. Lightly flour your working space, slice the dough in half, and then we can make 4 pieces from each half. You want to work your dough into a circle, and then with a small rolling pin, we're just going to roll it out flat. I've just got some baking paper here, and I'm going to take the rolled out flatbread and place it on a piece of baking paper, and then repeat the process with the remainder of the dough. So in between each flatbread, you're going to need to put a piece of baking paper just to make sure that they don't stick together. Now it's on to making the butter chicken. Tonight I'm using my Triton saute pan and I've heated it up to a medium heat. I'm going to add a few knobs of butter. So once the butter is melted down and the pan is nice and hot, we're just cooking the chicken in batches so it has a nice light brown finish to it. So you can make a vegetarian option. Instead of using chicken, I've used cauliflower and zucchini, and you would marinate and fry it off the same way we marinated the chicken, then add it to your sauce and it's absolutely delicious. Once your chicken starts to turn golden brown, that's how you know it's ready. So just transfer it to another dish for now and then finish cooking the rest of the chicken. Just remember, you don't want to cook the chicken all at once because it will overload the pan and you want to brown the chicken off. You don't want to boil it. Once you've finished cooking your chicken, we're going to add another knob of butter in, add 1 red onion and saute that off. Once your onion starts to soften, then we can add garam masala, coriander and cumin, cayenne pepper and paprika, ground ginger and fresh garlic, and fry those spices off. Once your spices become aromatic, then we can go in with some passata sauce, 1 can of coconut milk and 1 can of coconut cream, a cup of stock, give it a mix, and I've also got a bit of double cream here, I'll put that in. Now before we add the chicken back in, pop your lid on and let it simmer away for 10 minutes. Once your sauce has been simmering away for 10 minutes, you can go and add in your chicken. You want to let the chicken cook through for a good 30 to 40 minutes. You'll know it's ready when the sauce has reduced down and it's nice and thick. So add in the chicken juice as well, give it a bit of a mix, make sure it's on a low heat and let that simmer with the lid off. To fry the flatbreads, I'm using the 32cm rock fry pan. First, we're going to baste the flatbreads in some olive oil and oregano and put oil side down straight on the pan. You'll be able to fit 2 flatbreads in the pan. Once you can start to see air pockets in the flatbread, oil the top side and flip over. This should take no longer than about 1 minute to cook on each side. They look done, take them off the heat and repeat with the remaining flatbreads.